Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome back to another Driving and the News video. I am in Paterson, New Jersey on my way to work, and I'm going to listen to 1010 Winds, New York Metropolitan area as I make a left on Park Avenue off of Rosa Parks Boulevard. Hey, did you guys see my Asbury Park video from yesterday? Check it out. That was a lot of fun to make, by the way. It really was. It was a lot of fun to go out there. I was with my son and his wife and my grandkids. They graciously invited me to join them, and it was a treat to be able to spend Sunday with them, and I really enjoyed it. Also, let me show you Eastside Park before we get into the 8 o'clock news. So yeah, I really would like to make more of that content. The thing is, I do have a full-time job Monday through Friday, so I don't get a chance to really go to a lot of places because the weekends are so busy with errands as we're, going through daily stuff, weekly stuff. So when you work Monday through Friday, really the only time you can run and do errands is on the weekends. So we have to make time. So the more I am able to go to different places, I can bring you guys some more content. And yeah, so definitely make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the videos, because that brings the search. When you search for things, the more likes that a video have, the higher it will go on the search list, right? So anyway, that's why. Let me show you there. We got Eastside High School, the iconic Eastside High School, right before we go to work. So it's now 7:58, and I'm going to bring you the 8 o'clock headline news. But first, just wanted to quickly address everybody, to thank everybody for the views. I realized that in July, the first 3 weeks, I wasn't able to upload due to family obligations. I'm going to try to continue to upload for you guys, and always appreciate. So this, if you're new to my channel, you're new to this, to the video, this particular video is part of a project that I am doing called Driving in the News. And the reason I do this, because I feel it's important to record history. These Driving in the News videos are not that exciting. They're kind of boring. It's almost the same news every day. I realize that. But one thing I started thinking about this morning as I was getting ready to work, it's going to be kind of cool when folks find this playlist, because hopefully, because I do upload just about every day, Monday through Friday, there's a chance that there will be an upload on someone's birthday. So if I continue doing this for years, it would be cool to go back to a certain year, see if your birthday is there or there's a video upload on your birthday, and you can kind of see or listen to a snippet of what was going on in the New York Metropolitan area on your birthday. So I thought that was pretty cool. So hopefully I've uploaded some videos, and I've landed on a lot of your birthdays, and you can get a chance to go back and check it out. All right, let's get you the news, because it's almost 8 o'clock now. One last thing, if you want to put down your day of birth in the comments, this way I'll know that there's folks that have birthdays on certain days, and I'll try to make a news video. Don't put your year though, just put the day and the month. Putting the year is a little bit iffy. You don't want to put out too much data on the internet, but whatever you guys want to put is fine. All right, let me start. Here we go.
Happening. Heat wave coming our way this week. We'll check in with AccuWeather. Nurses at Robert Wood Johnson in New Brunswick give a 10-day strike notice. It appears Meta may have legal grounds to challenge Twitter's big rebrand. We'll explain. The IRS promising no more surprise home visits. And get ready for some new emojis. In sports, the Bronx edition of the Subway Series getting started tonight. The Giants and Saquon Barkley have agreed to a 1-year contract. The forecast today, partly sunny, a heavy thunderstorm this afternoon. It's going to feel like it's in the mid-90s. Winds News Time 8:01. Traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Karen Stewart.
Well, we got a new issue in the Bronx. It's the Cross Bronx going westbound, west of Castle Hill Avenue. We got a disabled truck that they've managed to keep over the shoulder, which is in great shape. Great idea, I should say. But we still have delays on the westbound Cross Bronx Expressway. Not jammed, though, from Castle Hill Avenue out into right around...
There's St. Joseph's Church and St. Joseph's School there on the left. That's a very iconic church here in this part of Patterson.
Right around there. Southbound delays into it go back to around White Plains Road. Northbound delays go back to about 149th Street. As we continue with what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels on the Bronx, we've got the northbound side of the northbound side of the Grand Central Parkway traveling to the inbound RFK Triborough, very, very busy. The Bronx span, though, is actually in good shape. 59th Street Bridge busy from Queens Boulevard. The inbound 59th Street Bridge, other than that, from Northern Boulevard, looks like that's the better approach. The inbound Queens Midtown Tunnel has you backed up to Greenpoint Avenue now. And over the Hudson River, we're averaging about 40 minutes. Inbound over at the Holland, the Lincoln, and the GW Bridge with alternate side parking in effect today citywide. Traffic is sponsored by Optimum Business. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Optimum Business gives you fast, reliable, secure internet with speeds up to 8 gig and built-in cybersecurity so you can go farther with everything you do. Visit optimum.com/business today.
Okay, so Dean, for the two people with the world's worst singing voices, that would be you and me.
Yeah.
We're going to be singing again. It's like a heat wave, right, this week.
We're rocking the heat wave. Yes, we are, girl. The tune is going to turn pretty ugly here as we go through the week as this heat and humidity ramp up. The highest point is going to be as we get to the end of the week and start the weekend. There is some ideas, though, that some thunderstorms coming in later Saturday will crush down the heat and humidity as we get into the second half of the weekend and early next week. So we got to get through this weekend and at least the start of the weekend. Thunderstorms are going to play a part on occasion. One is this afternoon, Susan. I think we've got an idea that there's going to be some thunderstorms that could cause some downpour problems and some gusty winds that could cause some damage. Certainly going to put a dent into our afternoon and evening commuting at times and places. You want to keep it locked on 1010 Winds for that. And as this potential heat wave unfolds in front of our eyes, we'll keep you up to date minute by minute on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Looks like they're close to wrapping up the search at the Long Island home of the Gilgo Beach suspect.
For 12 days, all of the streets here near Rex Heuermann's red-colored house have been blocked off with yellow police tape and officers standing guard. And when the search of the house is over today or tomorrow, there is concern that this area will become a circus of people coming here to get a glimpse of the house. And the Nassau County Police Commissioner Patrick Ryder says he will not let that happen.
We're watching the street to make sure kids are not climbing through yards to go take some pictures or photographs on the property.
He says cameras will be put up along with no standing signs. Officers will still be out here, and if you disobey the law, you could receive a $150 fine. And along with hundreds of guns, the Suffolk County Police Commissioner says the search has been fruitful, and they will continue to investigate if Heuermann is connected to any other murders here on Long Island. Sophia Hall, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM in Massapequa Park, Long Island.
Nurses at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital in New Brunswick have now given a 10-day strike notice. This is 1,700 nurses who might walk out as they demand, among other things, pay raises and higher staffing levels. If they strike, however, the hospital has already said it will have replacement workers in place. Among those joining striking actors and writers on the picket lines here in the city, outside the Manhattan offices of Netflix, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
All of this will grind to a halt, and the money train will end.
Did you hear that? They said that if the nurses strike, they will have replacement workers ready to go. So if that's the case, how come they're working shorthanded if they have workers available? Just a thought.
Union sound.
A Hollywood A-lister is among those donating to a special fund that is designed to help keep SAG-AFTRA members afloat. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's reportedly made a 7-figure donation, but the exact amount was not disclosed. Both actors and writers walked off the job over numerous demands, including an increase in pay, streaming residuals, and job protections from the use of artificial intelligence. Looks like we may never know what killed a well-known British actor.
Julian Sands' official cause of death has been deemed undetermined. That ruling from the coroner for the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department weeks after the British actor's body was found. It says it's the final determination. Hikers found Sands' remains on Southern California's Mount Baldy more than 5 months after the actor, known for dozens of film and TV credits over a 5-decade career, went missing. Rescuers resumed the search for the 65-year-old in June, with dozens of searchers looking for him on Mount Baldy, a popular hiking area located in the San Gabriel Mountains.
That's Matt Piper. 2 days after Sands went missing, a mother of 4 died after gliding more than 500 feet down Mount Baldy. Later that same month, a 75-year-old man was rescued after he had been missing for 2 days. A JFK-bound Delta flight from Milan had to divert to Rome Monday. That was after it was badly damaged by hail about 15 minutes after taking off. In fact, photos posted by passengers showed holes in both the wing and the nose of the plane. Officials later confirmed that both engines were also damaged. In a statement, Delta said everyone safely deplaned in Rome and that maintenance work was being done on the aircraft. 75 degrees now. It's mostly sunny. The humidity 73%. The wind southwest at around 5 miles an hour. A warm, humid day. Sunshine mixing with clouds. And then a thunderstorm or two this afternoon into the early evening that could be heavy. We'll get up to 86 today, but it's going to feel hot like it's in the mid-90s. 74 now in Newark. It is 73 in Baldwin, 75 and mostly sunny in Central Park. Now this message, Mets fans, before every game, tune in to the Nissan Mets.
I like how they use the word deplane. They have deplaned. We should use that in all the other stuff. When I get out of my car today to go inside to my job, I'm going to say that I decarred. But yeah, I'm not quitting my day job.
X, but there's one problem. Musk doesn't own the trademark to X. Microsoft does. It filed for it back in 2003 to market its Xbox gaming system. But here's another kicker. In 2017, Microsoft gave Meta part of its trademark on X to help stream video and audio content. Right now, neither company is commenting, but Musk did threaten to sue Meta earlier this month for copying Twitter with Threads.
That's Monica Ricks. By the way, according to Musk, we are no longer tweeting. He says tweets are now to be called X's. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu defending yesterday's Knesset vote that started a controversial judicial overhaul in his country, but also offering kind of an olive branch to those opposed. He said he would return to negotiations before making any more changes in a next vote in November. That did little, however, to quell the protesting.
Fury erupted after the vote, and then chaos. Outside Tel Aviv, a car veered into the crowd, slamming into protesters, injuring 3. The people who took to the streets were devastated by Parliament's vote on judicial reform, which passed technically unopposed after the opposition walked out. That gave Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's right wing and religious political allies a clear victory, but a hollow one. Months of protests showed the majority of Israelis were against the change.
Elizabeth Palmer with that report. Israeli police, meantime, used skunk water against demonstrators who blocked one highway. That sent a foul smell throughout parts of Jerusalem. In Washington,
the White House is calling the Israeli judicial reform vote unfortunate. The vote follows widespread protests in Israel, along with criticism from the U.S. for Israel's hardline government. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the president has both publicly and privately expressed his views, and that any major changes in a democracy must be both enduring and have broad consensus. She also notes that the changes were put through with the slimmest possible majority.
That's correspondent Linda Kenyon. The fight over immigration policy in this country now has the Justice Department taking Texas to court.
The Biden administration is suing Texas to remove 1,000 feet of orange buoys in the Rio Grande. The barrier was installed earlier this month, forcing migrants to navigate deeper water and crawl through razor wire. The lawsuit claims Texas Governor Greg Abbott failed to get authorization from the Army Corps of Engineers. During an interview last night, Abbott vowed to fight the Biden administration and said the barrier in the Rio Grande has repelled hundreds of thousands of migrants.
That's Justin Finch. In a letter last week, the Justice Department gave Texas until yesterday to commit to removing the barrier or face a lawsuit. Governor Abbott wrote back, quote, "See you in court." Hey, some good news. No more surprise visits from the tax man.
If you hear this, the IRS says it will no longer be one of their agents stopping by for a surprise chat about your taxes. One reason, protecting IRS agents' safety who've received increased threats since Congress okayed money for more than 80,000 new workers. Those surprise visits, though, aren't completely ending. An agent might still stop by if you get a summons, subpoena, or have assets seized. which the agency says happens less than a few times a year.
That's Andy Field. Word that we're getting some new emojis. We'll tell you what they are in just a sec. First, 811-1010 wins at 92.3 FM. Let's get traffic and transit from Karen Stewart.
Let's get you into the city. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound George and Lincoln are about 30-35. The inbound Holland Tunnel has about a 35 to a 40-minute delay. The inbound RFK is a lot heavier than it was last time we spoke. Very busy across the span heading into the Upper East Side. We've got delays on the BQE eastbound that are now pretty jammed from Greenpoint Avenue up into the Grand Central West and on your way to the bridge. The inbound 59th Street Bridge is busy. Queens Midtown Tunnel is too, but it's not too bad. And at the lower east, the Williamsburg and the inbound Brooklyn Battery Tunnel appear to be the heaviest of the bunch. Westbound BQE delays traveling into Atlantic Avenue start back at Flushing Avenue now. And the inbound Gowanus, the BQE.
All right, as the traffic winds down, wanted to thank you guys for joining me on my commute to work, listening to the news in the New York metropolitan area. That was a long one. 15 minutes. Hope you stayed. If not, I understand. I know this isn't the most exciting type of video here on YouTube, but it's necessary, in my opinion, to record our history. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next video.